Power's running.
Gently! Seriously! Are you bored?
It's motherfucker!
Hi there, welcome to the Fitbit Show, and guess what? It's episode 30! Yes, the 30th episode. And as usual, with every 10th episode I do, I look back to the last 10 videos I've done over the, well, last 10 videos, and think about what the things I would have added, or changed, or mistakes I've made. So, let's begin! First of all, looking back to my Fred the movie review, as much as I don't want to, there were some bits which I didn't mention. For instance, I don't think I mentioned enough about his screaming, because for a good chunk of the film, that's all he does. He just screams. He's like, all the time. And, sorry, screaming all the time is not funny, okay? It's not funny. I mean, if there was a scenario that occurred, and a scream is welcome to add comedic value, then that's funny. But if you do nothing but all the time, it's not funny. Sorry. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about Fred there. Now, a few song sequences that I did over the past 10 videos. A couple of the most noticeable ones were Summer Shite and All I Watch on Christmas is Doctor Who. Now, if you remember from episode 20, I was looking back on some of the few musical segments back then and thinking they weren't really that good. Although, this time, I think they have been getting better, I think my favourite one so far was All I Watch on Christmas is Doctor Who, because, this is why. With Summer Shite, as good as it was, I was actually singing in different places. One place was in Italy, the other place was in Philly, and trying to converge them two, and did an ad music over, which was nearly sort of okay, but there were some mistakes along there. So it was a bugger to edit. It was like trying to get the clips together so it flowed with the music. But it was the first attempt, and I was happy with it. Although there were a lot of mistakes along the way, like there was a word which I got wrong. I think it was the last one. It was like, you're homesick. I think I said you want to go home, when I should have said you want to go back because it rhymed with pack. So that was a mistake I made. But unfortunately, I didn't realise it until after I made the video. All I Watch on Christmas is Doctor Who. That was better, I think, because I was actually recorded my voice singing it before I did the actions and the clips. And I did make one mistake. I think I went but the good thing was I actually played around with that mistake. The bit was like just going the typical Dan Rich. I didn't know what that was about. gesture, you know, the that one. Yeah, it was good because I got to play around with that mistake, and that just added the comedy to that video. Even though some lip syncing bits didn't quite work, it still worked for the most part, and people enjoyed it. I got lots of nice feedback from both those videos, and got a lot of likes. So thanks, guys. Next thing one thing I won't focus on is the lighting, because I know for the first 5 videos the lighting hasn't been that good. But the reason I'm not going to focus on that is because A, I talked about it before, and B, I found a solution. I just changed position. As much as I miss sitting on this chair, I found a solution. Next thing I want to talk about is the awards. You know that awards video for episode 25? Well, there were some awards which I forgot to mention. I think, can't think of any at the moment, but one which I do remember is perhaps the most high-pitched response award, I think, I think it was from Dan / @PopAndApple/me, and here's the clip.
That's your mode of transportation. So if you're about in a sack! Look! You know, so think you'd be rich, don't you?
Now, the reason I didn't do that one was because, well, we already had so many awards, and if I gave myself another one, I'd just be biased, and so that's why it's cut out of the episode. But it was fun looking back on those clips, and it's just fun looking at the stupid awards it was just great. And it's great because some of the people actually got to film some people like David Rees and Daniel Smith. Actually got to film them responding to how they feel about accepting an award, and they really had fun with it, and that's what I loved about it. Yeah, it's just great fun, all in all. Hopefully I'll do another one day, if there's enough clips. The next thing I want to talk about is, there was, with the, episode 28, yeah, when I'm looking back on 2013, there was a bit I was going to add, which I might add now actually, is a bit where I actually, when I travel back in time, I may correct some of the mistakes I've done, like for instance, I actually saw a film that was released in 2012 that was worse than Mirror Mirror, and I also found I never did a best and worst film of 2011. So that is why I'm going to show you the clip of what happened when I travelled back in time and erased their mistakes. Okay, now for my best and worst film of 2011. Now it was a tough one for 2011 because there were so many good films. I mean, Paul, The In-Betweeners movie, I just loved them. But if you had to put a gun to my head and make me pick one, I think it's going to have to be one clear choice, really. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I mean, because, it's my view of all the Harry Potter films. I've always seen them as good films. Like, there was never one which I thought, oh, that was crap. I never felt like that about any of the Harry Potter films. And, yeah, this one, though, I think is the best one. I mean, if you asked me which one was the best one before, I would have said The Goblet of Fire. But this one was definitely the best, because it had a lot of action, a lot of suspense, and a lot of character development. I think Harry's a bit more developed. Neville Longbottom, oh my god, without giving anything away, I mean, this guy has grown some balls over the year, which actually makes sense, because back in year one he was a kid, and now he's a bit of grown-up now. But anyway, the point is, it was brilliant. I mean, like, the suspense was there, the action, the character development, and some characters you really feel sorry for, like Snape I felt sorry for. Like, you go into his backstory and, you feel sad. You feel really sad for this character and all the shit he's gone through. I mean, gosh. And, well, there's some things remain the same, like, for instance, there's Voldemort, who, goes through a phase a bit like this.
I must be the one to kill Harry Potter.
Are you actually going to kill Harry Potter, or are you just going to monologue about how you're going to kill Harry Potter?
Don't make me go snake on you, Snape.
Yes, Master. Sorry, Master.
But other than that, I mean, I think this one really surpasses the Harry Potter films, and as difficult as it was, because there were loads of good films, like for instance Paul, I enjoyed that, I loved it, and In-Betweeners have that one too, and The Hunger Games, I enjoyed The Hunger Games as well, that was a pretty good film. And after my worst film of 2011, I didn't see that many bad films. And even this one, I just stuck in the okay category, because funny enough, I don't go for bad films that often, because, you know, they're bad. But, probably my least good, it's borderline least good, worst film, it's probably going to be, Red Riding Hood. That Red Riding Hood film. It's basically what would happen if Stephanie Meyer tried to write a fairy tale. That's basically a good way to describe it. It has some good points. Like, I loved Gary Oldman in it. Gary Oldman's always a great actor, and he's always fun to watch. Although there were some things that did, and also the thought process behind who is the werewolf or wolf or whatever. That's cool too. But the problems are sometimes there were some scenes which you just know what's going to happen, and they just drag forever. Like it was a bit actually when they've killed a wolf and they think they've killed the main nasty wolf, and they're celebrating and like yeah, woo. And it just goes on and on and on, and we're like, look, you're not fooling anyone. We know what's going to happen. The wolf's going to pop out of nowhere and, you know, going to cause chaos. And Gary Oldman's going to be like, haha, I told you so. Like that. It's just, you didn't need to drag it out that loud because you went that long because you were not fooling anyone. And also, I no disrespect his actress. I mean, like, the girl who plays, the girl from Mamma Mia, I know her name's Amanda Siegfried or whatever, but anyway, she is a good actress, given a good part. I mean, although, so I don't blame her for this, but her character, it's like, she just goes boggly-eyed for most of the entire film. It's like, what's it with Stephanie Meyer and having female characters that aren't quite right? For instance, you have Bella, who's like, hello, I'm an actress. And then you have the girl from Mamma Mia, who's like, hello, I'm an actress. The thing is, like, nobody goes boggly-eyed all the time. I mean, you only go boggly-eyed if there's something that makes you go boggly-eyed. You know, if there's something wrong with your eyes, or if there's something frightening, then you go boggly-eyed. But not throughout the entire extent of the film. You don't go boggly-eyed all the time. When have you ever known anyone who goes boggly-eyed 24/7? It just doesn't happen. I mean, God. It's, I don't hate it. I think it's okay. Right, now we have to travel forward in time now to 2012. Excuse me. And now we come to the worst film of 2012. Mirror, mirror, you are pardoned. However, the worst film is, and I hate this film to death, I'm more than happy to stick this in my top 10 of worst films of my life. This is Jack Reacher. So, why do I hate this bombshell? Because of many things. For instance, one, I have seen this story about a bajillion times before and done better. Number two, Tom Cruise. Now, many people said, oh, he's a great actor, he's great in this film. I just saw him playing the same role he has done over and over and over again. And it's boring. I found it boring. Tom Cruise is not challenging himself. He's not doing anything different from what he has done before. He has gone through the cliche that is Tom Cruise, which in things like the Mission Impossible films works. But when you go outside and you just nail that cliche to every single project that you do, it doesn't work. It's boring. It's stale. And Tom Cruise, be versatile. I mean, do something that you don't normally do. I mean, okay, things like, he's done some good stuff, like Eyes Wide Shut, and I remember seeing the first two Mission Impossible films, thinking, not bad, but, anything else is like, I've just seen him do the same role over and over again, and it's boring. I mean, can you imagine if he was in The Hobbit? It would just be, going on a rope, down in Mission Impossible style, trying to nick a ring from Gollum. I mean, it just wouldn't work. And also, like, there's some cliches, like, for instance, the bad guy in this is, German. Oh yeah, because it's not like we haven't seen that before, it's not like it's in things like, oh, I don't know, the Bond films, or the Indiana Jones films. And also it's just, there were some good things, like, Rosamund Pike was pretty good, and the Gun Expert I thought was quite fun to watch, but the rest of it was just boring. I remember sitting in the cinema and I was looking at my watch more often than the film, just thinking, when the hell is this gonna end? Because I'm sick and tired of sitting here watching this piece of crap. But anyway, that's Jack Reacher. That is the worst film of 2012, not Mirror Mirror. Mirror Mirror, you're forgiven. Right, better travel back to the future and resume the rest of my 30th video. And now we come to the final bit I'm going to talk about, which is my Titanic review. Now, there were some bits which I forgot to mention about Titanic. I think it was mainly because of time. And I think that's probably the same with the time travelling thing. I didn't add them in because of time limit and things. One thing I didn't mention about Titanic was, for instance, the fact that I didn't like the story as well. I think the story was basically just a cardboard cutout of stories that have been done before, if not better. I mean, for instance, you try telling me if you're a fan of Titanic, you try telling me this story is original. Like, for instance, I've heard people saying, like, you know, oh no, it's a very unique story. No, it's about these two people from two different backgrounds who are not supposed to be with each other, but are with each other, and okay, you got a point there, but it's not quite like that, because you see, one of them is poor, and the other one is rich, and they're not supposed to be together, but they are together, you see, and okay, you've got a point there as well, but but one of them is of higher class, the other one's of lower class, and it's like, you know, periodically, episodically spoken, and okay, now you're just teasing me! Another thing I didn't like about Titanic, which I forgot to mention, was the fact that with this love story, they fall in love in a matter of just 2 days. Which, in a Disney film, that's fine. But if it's a realistic story about the Titanic, no, it just doesn't work. And even Disney's coming out of that stupid cliche. Actually, I'm going to compare Titanic to a Disney film very quickly, Beauty and the Beast. Why am I comparing this? Well, in Beauty and the Beast, Belle and the Beast don't like each other straight away. In fact, they don't want to be anywhere near each other. But after a while, they get to know each other, then they like each other, they become friends, and then eventually, after weeks or months of knowing each other, they love each other at the end of the film. So, when a Disney film's love story is more plausible than a love story that is meant to be more realistic, then you know you've got problems. Plus, also, I did make a bit of a joke about something which I actually did like. I did like the effort of the set designs that were going on in the film. In fact, for that famous nude scene in Titanic, they actually used a garage of somebody's. So I made a joke about the guy who owned the garage, which went a bit like this. Look, I can't talk right now. I'm on the phone, okay? Oh my God, a naked lady! So that's it. That's my review of the past 10 videos. And next month I'll be doing episode 31. So, what's in the pipeline for the next 10 videos, eh? Excuse me a minute. Oh my God, no!